You try? Yeah, that's fine with me. I don't care.
What cars are these? Mazda MX-5? Yeah, you can hear myself on the screen. Okay, yeah. Hello guys, it's me, Antonio, with Tensi Camshot over here, known as Henry. We are here in Tsukuba with the Mazda MX-5. Today we are now in qualifying, 14 minutes to go, and drivers are on track just now. Yeah, would you prefer to be called Henry? Henry?
I would prefer Henry for this stream.
Okay.
Thank you for the beautiful intro. For anybody watching, we do have some updated graphics, so it should be a lot easier to follow along.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks to everyone that did this.
yeah, thank you to me.
Oh my god, such a great job, Henry.
Yes, thank you to me, and that's about it.
Thank you
Uh,
for me for believing in me.
everybody is on a lap at this point. Besides, I don't know what. I know Saad joined a bit late. Spectre has autism. E-Gamer's Ukrainian. Um, actually, I don't know if E-Gamer's Ukrainian. I have no
I,
information that can prove that, but
but I'm 100% sure that Spexter has autism.
it's a possibility.
Yeah. He gamer with number 16.
Yeah,
Good guy.
yeah, I believe E-Gamer was just given a random number. Some sign-up difficulties, but that'll be solved by the next race. I do believe though that Max Finn is starting a lap now.
Yeah, he is.
People are setting around 102s, 101s. We'll stay on board with the first lap of Max Finn as we head through turn one. Ignore the smoke because tires never warm up here. So I do believe we might be missing one or two people. I'm not quite sure.
We are 15, 14.
14. Yes, I believe we're missing one or two people. I'm not sure. I do believe it might be Focuser because his family meals and whatnot.
Yeah, Focuser always signs up and then doesn't
I,
race.
yeah. I do believe we do have a slow car. I'll
Oh,
go
we
back to
can
Max one.
follow. It's not random anymore. We can follow
No,
people, right?
I can just press the button of the driver and we go to the driver. It's much better
Oh,
system now, so we don't cut away. As we head through the final turn for the first time with Max Fan. What time is it gonna be? It's gonna be a
it's on.
103.7. It's a good first lap. As we see Joame, just a,
Jaume Gennaro with the Red Bull livery.
yes,
Yeah,
beautiful livery.
I don't agree with that, but he's now in P3 because Vixel is P2. He's jumped him,
He
and
has jumped him. Hey,
yeah.
Arion, about a tenth faster than Rickfen.
Oh my god.
We'll stay on board with Arion. Let's give him his flowers with his UPS livery.
He's flying out there because after the race he needs to send some packages and he needs to be quick. So that's why
Yeah,
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 that's why he's going
yeah.
this fast.
Totally not biased by UPS.
Yeah.
I do believe we do. Do we have, no, we still have the same amount, but track's not very wide. Um, but these cars are very small, so we should see some four wide racing at many
Wow.
points during the race.
As
Um,
as Henry. I heard there is a roadman here. Do you hear him as well?
oh God, do we have who
Look
I
who's in
think
the
we have?
commentary box.
Oh,
He's
I've been here, guys.
Oh dear Lord, welcome
wow.
Kai.
Yo, it's good. I'm
We've
here
t-
to give the insights.
You're here to give the insights. Have you driven a single lap on this circuit?
No.
All right, let's give the insight to the circuit.
Okay. So, guys, if you drive faster, you get pole. But
Yeah,
honestly, Arian's showing
Arian's he's doing
that
great.
Pigman is just the fastest people here, actually. Um,
I mean, I've won 50% of the
Each
races
one.
I've raced in 10 controls.
Exactly.
I think that says a lot.
So have I. We
Yeah.
are just
Yeah.
the better drivers here, honestly.
Yeah.
And
I
I
want to
think
Which is
try
we're
why
gonna
we
win
don't
this.
race actually, because we don't want to.
It's unfair.
We don't
Yeah.
want to impede on the other drivers like Melon or Max Fan.
Yeah, so my race prediction here. Max Fan and Melon on the front row, right?
Yeah.
Arian keeps P3. Melon sends up the inside. Max Fan gets scared, cuts across him. They're in the barrier in turn 1. They're recovering. They go on the recovery drive, right? They finish second and third, while Arian gets the win. I see it.
Kai, you can't just read the script that we wrote and then just read it on live stream. That's not cool, man.
My bad, bro.
You
Sorry.
can't.
I forgot it was I leaked it, guys.
Oh my
I
god.
want to drive,
You want to drive?
not to cry.
Oh.
Oh.
Kai just spoiled everything.
My
He did
bad.
just,
You know-
but Melon just went 4/10 faster. Should
You know-
probably, as we see the beautiful Melon car.
Whoa. Well, dog. I wonder where Saad comes. He did a 4-hour stint of practice the other day, right? So if
Let's head back to him then. Oh.
I must say, if he somehow spins, he is on a controller in his defense.
That is
So,
true. That is very true. But I think if Saad pretends that he's driving a Crown Victoria, he may win by like 5 laps.
I think it's a very good point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Max Fan, he improved. He's
Uh,
on 0.1.
He did do a 0.1. He should.
He's done enough of those.
Yeah, he's done many 0.1s. I know he has gotten into the 2s at some point as well. Saad goes P5 ahead of
Wow.
Vixel and Joame.
Practice coming in, man.
E-Gamer, I believe, and he's off. His car is a bit beat up. That's the Ferrari car.
That's not the line, mate. That's not the line.
That's the Ferrari car of
Oh,
E-Gamer.
no. I don't agree.
Oh, and
He's going back.
No, he's not. It just looks like that.
That's not the race.
Let's go back to Arion, though. He's about to finish his lap. Sitting P4.
Are we able to see improvement anyway? Or do we just have to wait until they get across the line?
Henry, can you share us the link for the?
It is in the join server
I
thing.
see Arian has gone green in sector 2.
But not.
I had a pretty slow sector 1,
Yeah.
to be fair. Like a really extremely slow sector
see,
1.
Typically with these graphics, there are sector times, but I believe maybe the track mod or something like that has not set them up properly. I don't know, but it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
We can give.
It's
you
quite the
live
it's quite the
information.
improvement from before. So
Yeah, Max Fan.
Max
just
Fan, yeah. Look at
Purple
this
in
first
sector
sector.
1.
purple in sector 1 will head
But
to Max
quite a
Fan.
bit slower in sector 2.
Oh,
where
he does a
Melon is getting
2.9. He
see,
is
Max-
flying.
Max Fan 3/10 down on Melon in sector 2 there, but is gaining it all up in sector 1. A tenth and a half up, and then 2/10 up in sector 3 as well. So I say Max Fan is a tenth in that easily.
Yeah, look at Arion's first sector. He's only a tenth behind Max Fan, and on the second sector.
Where
he's
is
just about
Arion
the
gonna
same,
end up?
Arion. He's gonna do a
P2!
P2.
Bro.
Melon needs to bring up his game, although he has self on his lap, and he has already beaten Arian's sector 1 time. Let's see if he can carry this pace into sector 2. Adam in P3. Showing some pretty ace performances.
Melon doesn't improve on the first sector.
Not a great sector 2. Oh, Max Van Purple in sector 2. With that mighty sector 1 time.
Melon doesn't improve enough.
No. Let's see if Max Van can get a good sector 3 here. This could be
No.
more improvement.
No. Just
Right now,
Melon improved
I mean, his time
1.1.
though is still a tenth faster than Arion.
Yeah. I mean, Max Van could easily improve. He's just not getting the whole lap down. He's getting purple 1 sector, then orange in the rest. I mean, he has a lot of time to gain there still.
Yeah. The battle for pole is on between the autists of Adam 24, Melon, Arion, and Max Van. We'll stay on board with Adam 24 as we head down to the final corner.
No one is improving at the moment.
Currently, yeah. I feel like just letting the tires cool down, because they do eventually heat up a little bit, from what I know. And getting them in that temperature window can really help you gain the time, to be fair. A lot of it can just be getting the car prepared for a hot lap.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very impressed by Saad with his abilities on a controller. Granted, people from the United Arab Emirates tend to be insane drivers with any car they drive. So I expect nothing
Just the
less from
cars they
Saad.
have.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
if I was putting 5-hour stints in practice, I'd be that fast as well.
Yeah, I mean,
But
if I was wearing Birkenstocks while I drove every day, I would be fucking Michael Schumacher.
exactly.
Yeah. So we head down to the final corner with Vixel. I don't know if he's improving or not.
No, Vixel massively off in both Sector 1
I mean,
and
he
Sector
is
2.
taking just no exit curb whatsoever. I will notice, though, Rick Fan is wearing a Daniel Ricciardo helmet. I believe it is the 20... Why is it not showing? Anyways,
E-Gamer an improvement here. Looking for that.
Vixel
It's
is
quite a bit
off.
off. Ouch. E-Gamer should shoot up the order here when he finishes his lap.
Up to 11th.
There we go. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Quite a nice showing. Justin's on a bit of a lap here. Still quite a bit off the leaders in both sectors. But I think he's improved over the two guys in front of him. Yeah, as he goes up to P6 there. But can't keep up with the big man Saad, who's just in a league of his own for a controller, man.
I mean, yeah, considering how difficult a controller is on this game, on PC, must I add, he's doing very good.
And the top three, I believe, should be coming across the line to start their laps now. MX-5 just through Sector 1, so is Melon with a bit of improvement. MX-5 a little bit off. Let's see what these guys can carry through in Sector 2 and 3. Arian not getting a very good lap down there, but should be coming across the line, and this will be his fast lap now.
I believe Joame has gone to the pits. We'll head back to Melon.
Melon Sector 1, 28.1. His best so far has been a 27.3, so quite a down, but MX-5 a mighty Sector 2 there, and quite a respectable Sector 1. This could be another bit of improvement for MX-5 if he can get Sector 3 down. Going a little bit wide,
102.894. Melon was not able to improve either. It does seem, though, that traffic is becoming a bit of a factor.
Yeah, I mean, we have got a good 14 drivers, which is normally all right, but it's such a condensed track. It's kind of hard to get out of the way, and there's not much space to get off the racing line either.
No.
And some people just have no idea what mirrors are as well, which doesn't help.
Everybody, press 11 for your virtual mirror if you're listening to the stream. You may need it.
Or if you're C-Post and VR.
Or if your name is Helen Keller. Well, I guess I want to help because you're blind as well. But
do you know how much the tow helps here? Like if MX-5 got in the tow.
If you get a good exit, yeah, tow might give you a 10th at most, but he is pitting. I believe he is pulling a Sebastian Vettel at Singapore 2013. Just gonna sit in the pits, and I don't think he thinks Melon can improve
Melon's
2
just got
tenths.
his last bit of improvement there, and he's just a little bit off. But if he got that tow that we just said about, that 10th could close that gap. Melon just needs to improve that Sector 1 time.
Oh, and he goes off a bit in the grass.
Do we get one lap after the timer goes out, or is that it?
Yeah,
I believe if you cross the line before the timer, you do have at least 1 lap. It's like in F1, you have to hit it before 0. But Melon is slowing down. He did drive into the grass. Adam24 is about to finish his lap. He may get 1 more lap in at the end here.
I think he's going to be banking on his second lap here, get them tyres in the right temperature window and send it for the last lap. Because he has gone green in Sector 2, but that Sector 1 time is quite a bit off. But we'll have to see what he can pull out in Sector 3. As getting a nice exit there, coming around the final corner and slots himself right behind Arian's rear bumper. Justin on a bit of a lap there, but didn't get over the top.
Look how the field is spread. Like that's very good. Like up to
about a second.
Yeah.
That's quite impressive considering how hard it can be to find the time on this game.
Yeah, especially for such a short track, 1 second is about 20 years.
As a hit, Saad
But
he put himself on pole
Vixel
position here.
has spun it.
Invalidated.
Spectre. Oh, and
Dead.
Spectre is also dead if you look at his beautiful duck-themed livery.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the lap times now, the only person who could get a lap in is Adam,
Adam.
who's
Wow,
green in
what
Sector
a
2.
amazing
Everyone else
sector.
down in Sector 1. Let's see what kind of time Adam can be putting on the board. Could he get himself in them podium positions as he comes across the line? He's 20,000th off.
Just
Ouch.
about.
So close. Put it all in that lap, but the go Arian too far up.
As you see your qualifying order, Maxman in P1, I can't say I didn't see this happening, but there's a high potential we may see a Miami level moment going into turn 1.
I hope
I mean,
so.
14
Maxman's
cars.
currently riding off the adrenaline from his TA Miami win. So could he
Yes.
carry this through to the race?
Not sure why Max Fan of all people has an Italian flag, but we're gonna stick with it.
Yes. Love the
I
Italian flag.
believe it is because of the the race about to start.
That's a livery thing, no?
That is like an online
4
thing.
lights, 5 lights. Oh. And away they go into turn 1. Max Van getting a great start. Arian is looking pretty slow and has a certain sadness tail. Could Saad make a move into turn 1?
Oh my.
Arian defending the inside nice and tight. 3 wide. Is that...
Oh.
3 out for the leaders as well. Adam 24, MP3. Melon has a bit of
Oh.
contact with him. Adam struggling to keep his car on the track. Taking it Tokyo Drift style. Sat up into P4. Arian losing 2 positions there. A terrible start. As Vixen and Bartis at the back having a bit of a tussle. Can Melon hold on to P2?
They're side by side. Still there.
Oh, I
Adam.
believe.
Vixel.
Oh no! And Vixel is off.
So we were having a conversation before the race about Vixel being unable to actually finish the race. And before we even get to the end of Sector 2, Vixel already in the barrier after a big bit of contact. But here's Melon on the rear tail of Adam 24. Can he make the move? If he can break early, get a nice exit here, he could make the move down into turn 1 as we go into lap 2. Currently in the tow, looks towards the inside. We're going to wait a little bit later.
Oh! E-Gamer
getting his muscles out.
in Garriki.
Off the track. Lots of contact here. These MX-5s could be very similarly compared to go-karts, and a lot of people really driving it like that.
You see, Rick Fan might be sending it on Spectre. Oh!
More
Just
contact.
a bit of contact.
I mean, he's in the Red Bull livery. He's got to drive it like Max Verstappen, really.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I don't have that contact with Saad. Yeah.
Oh no!
No. Saad has recovered comfortably in P7 though, but has the whole field on the back of his tail. I'm going to have to put up that gap as quickly as he possibly can. As everyone's kind of slotting themselves in. Melon slowly falling off the tail of Adam. Still 42 minutes to make up some positions, including a mandatory pit stop somewhere along the line. So
E-Gamer is pitting.
could that
Possibly damage. Adam with the fastest lap of the race. A 105.0.
Gamer might also be running the fuel he ran in qualifying. I know I did that last time where I ran my qualifying fuel for the race start.
That is a possibility, yes.
I mean, this could be a strategy though. Pit early, put some nice laps in and just take it super long. Hope your tires don't explode and gain a couple positions. It could be a strategy there because now he doesn't have to pit again while everyone still does. As Specs making a little move there. Saad still driving this track sideways, considering he can't actually countersteer. Quite impressive. But Specs there feeling a lot of pressure from Yaume behind, who was kind of pushing him along around the circuit at the moment, which would be expected as he's quite quick in Assetto Corsa, and he's got wings to push him along as well. As the 93 car on the hunt for P8 right now. Let's see if we can get the move going on to lap number 4, I think this is.
Yes, Max Van says the fastest lap, 103.6. Adam,
Oh,
good and slower.
here's
than him.
Yame to the inside, side by side.
Oh, what a
down the
send.
inside, heavy dive bomb. Spexter leaves the space. These two still side by side and exit. Can Spexter hold on? Gets a good enough exit to look for the inside. Yes, he still does. These two still side by side. Is anyone going to back out here? As Spexter had a sneaky look down the inside again. Yame still just about half a car length ahead. But Spexter with quite a mighty exit there. Just holding on. These two surprisingly no contact just about yet as they come around this lap. Yaume still trying to make the move but has to back out there as Spexter getting his elbows out and just about holding on to P8. Is Yaume going to make another
He's
move?
flashing his lights.
Get out of the way, man, I'm faster. Move. But yeah, I mean, for Yaume, it could be worth just sitting behind in the toe for a bit and hoping Specs makes a mistake. Because if they go side by side every single lap, someone's going to make a... they're going to lose so much time. But Yaume going for another move into turn 1 absolutely sends it on the brakes. But Specs does so much grip on the outside line. Yaume trying the bump and run method that Adam was talking about in Tier A. Specs now refuses to budge, and now Lando and Vixel are getting on in this battle. And Yaume is really going to have to get a move on, or he's going to start falling into the back of the field here at this point. Daft question, what's happened to C-Pulse? Why is he 41 seconds off?
I'm not sure, actually. It's a great question. I believe C-Pulse may have joined extremely late.
Oh, well, I saw him in the practice session before, so that's interesting.
I'm not quite sure. Maybe him and eGamer, the two Ferrari teammates, may have made contact. Jack is very off compared to everybody else.
That's killing me. I have
Jack...
to say, special mention to Saad, who just put in a purple Sector 3 time, over a 10th quicker than Matt's fan in Sector 3 right now. So Saad's kind of flying up the order at the moment, looking quite quick around the cars that he's at the moment.
Hello. What happened in the meantime?
The 93 car is desperately trying to push back to past.
C-Pulse has crashed again.
Oh.
I believe that is the reason why C-Pulse is so far behind. Granted, C-Pulse... Oh my lord, he is driving like...
That's a bit of a slide, man.
Yeah. I think eGamer might be setting it on Vixel here.
Oh my lord, eGamer making the big move around the outside as well, actually. eGamer, Vixel tries to hold on, but eGamer with the outside line.
Oh!
He had a bit of contact. That was literally up. That was like the front wing end plate. That has like rubbed his license plate. And eGamer once making a very good
Vixel
move,
committing a war crime.
Vixel, unbelievable, man.
I believe Jaume and Spectre are fighting once again.
Jaume just needs to be patient, wait for Spectre to make a mistake. Currently, choice is set up for turn 1, sends it, but doesn't get a very good exit because he's braking so late, and then ends up spending the rest of the lap trying to make up for that as Spectre ends up kind of pushing him along. Yeah, not the most successful attempt to make a move here for the 93 car so far. But coming to 37 minutes into the race, could he make it possible? All it takes is one mighty exit out of that final corner and the move is made. But right now he's falling off in Sector 3, which means he sends a whole of Sector 1 trying to close that gap again. And it just makes the move so much harder to find. As Melon's getting really quick here in the late stages of the race, as we say that. See if he can start making moves on Adam's car. And Max fan's kind of driving off into the distance at this point.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I have to say, he's losing quite a bit of time behind Spexter, his Rick fan. So this is definitely hampering his race quite a lot. He definitely has the pace to be a couple positions higher at least.
Possibly.
He's falling off I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe he's overheating the tires in Sector 1 and then falling off in Sector 3. I don't know.
I mean, Sector 3 is essentially one corner. I do believe him and Spectre do have very similar pace, and we are in equal cars, so similar pace makes overtaking much more difficult. You're just hoping for Spectre to make a mistake at some point.
Well, that's what it needs. Get in the mirrors and then hope he breaks a little bit late into a corner, gets a bad exit, and that's when you make the move. Just continue to put the pressure on. As if you're that even of pace, it's hard to make a pure move. But as you see on this last corner, he uses so much more of the track and gets a far better exit. And that's where he's trying to make the move. But right now, I don't know if the pressure's getting to him, but he is slowly falling off Spectre, who is putting that lap together a bit better during the race.
I think Joame might need to consider just using Spectre as his breaking point and doing a little bump and run.
I mean, you can always do a little bump and run. That is a part of racing, as long as you don't.
As long as you don't pull a Vixel.
Yeah, as Jaume taking a very interesting racing line, just going over the grass, getting his tires, I don't know, a little bit heated up, I don't know, but he's lost a lot of time because of that. As you say, Melon, we said a couple laps ago, pulling up the pace here in race, currently almost got the fast lap of the race, really closing in on Adam 24, 3/10 faster per lap right now, and is getting ready to set up that move and possibly give MX-5 a good run for his money here for first place, but has to make this move as clinically as possible, as he can't afford to lose too much time. But that Delta's just absolutely dropping for the 55 car here. Could he make the move on the next lap, going into 34 minutes of the race there? As you see, MX-5, that's quite a nice gap, and might get a nice view of this little battle going on here behind him in his mirrors, which might give him a bit of entertainment, as it's definitely quite lonely up there up in the front.
Yeah, he is must enjoying this Sunday drive at the moment.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Oh,
as Jaume finally has made the move. Unsure what's happened there, but Spectre,
Spectre is a bit behind. They may have made contact or had a bit of an error.
Yeah.
Oh!
Here's
Melon goes wide.
In the rear wing of Adam
that is
24.
the line, actually. You really want to ride that green tarmac on the exit. It'll give you a great run into turn 1.
You allow you to straighten up the wheel much later on and just use more of the track, get up the throttle earlier. But Melon just needs to put one lap together here, and the move on Adam 24 is definitely going to be on. But right now, he's definitely losing a bit of time to MX-5, who's pulling out that gap more and more. And since we joined this battle, MX-5's really been putting his foot down. This is the time to do it, improving his lap over 2/10. And has just put in a purple Sector 1, a 23.9, which is very comparable to the qualifying lap time he was putting in. And you can see that Delta is just getting larger and larger every single lap. He's over a 10th quicker than these boys in Sector 2, and 2/10 in Sector 1 as well. So really putting in the lap times. Just put in 3.1 over the last 2 laps. Well, these guys slowing each other down at the 3.4s. So MX-5 in a great move. But here's Adam, who's gone wide, and this gives Melon a chance to get in on this battle. As we said, it's all about their mistakes.
Flashing the lights.
Giving him a flash. What do you think Melon has to do here to make this move? It's obviously very, very difficult, even when he's alongside.
I think your best bet, if you're not going to overtake going into this corner here, is you might have to give them a little bit of a bump.
Oh,
Continues to flash the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in this class of racing, you're right. The bump and run's definitely a massive part of it. Very similar to go-karts. You can give them a little bump, as long as you don't deform anything as much.
Yeah.
But I mean, this car is very low-powered, but a massive amount of grip. But Melon just, once again, struggling to hold on after closing up down this long straight, both going out incredibly wide. Melon really pushing a massive slide, but look at their time they're losing, trying to get past each other, as MX-5's probably got a pretty cheeky grin in his face, as Arian kind of slowing down here on race pace. I don't know if he's doing that for consistency points, but over a second slower than his fastest lap at the moment. And 7 seconds to the podium positions right now. Not following the script, apparently.
No, I believe Justin, though, has gone off.
I mean, it is
Saad.
quite easy to make mistakes. Saad back up in them positions.
He's going to be
I don't
right
know how
behind
he's
him.
doing this. I don't know. It is incredibly impressive.
As well as
I have to say.
E-Gamer. Or excuse me, not E-Gamer. Garricky, otherwise known as Bardis, the Hungarian.
TV driver once upon a time.
Which one?
Bartas G.
Oh.
Yeah. He was a very solid all-round driver, to be fair.
Now we send him
but
to the
definitely-
ringer.
Yeah, welcome to the AC. A very different kettle of fish here, racing-wise, as
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
kettle of fish.
Kettle of fish.
Yeah, mate.
Saad is defending very interestingly.
Saad knows what he's doing, mate. This is looking like a three-way battle here. For
Potentially a
P5.
five-way.
Five-way? Yeah.
A
Arian could
five-way.
definitely close up.
Yeah.
And if these two battle, Spectre and Yaume could eventually catch up, we might have a pretty big battle here on our hands. As long as we don't have another Bathurst moment where we kind of build a Great Wall of China down the middle of the track, I think this is going to be incredibly exciting as we do hit the 30-minute mark.
I believe if we wanted to be respectful towards President Xi, we may need to make the Great Wall of China out of the final turn. But points are on the line here, and the top, I believe between the top 5 to pretty much the top 10, they're relatively close. I think one mistake might take all of them out.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like Melon's only best bet to get up to P2 right now is going to do it on pit strategy. As we are 1/3 into the race here, I feel like Melon's going to come to his pit stop and just have to put in the laps when he gets in them new set of tyres.
Yeah, definitely.
Just try and get a nice either overcut or undercut. I feel like the undercut would probably work better in this situation. But they're not really spicing up as you guys, I don't know, being a bit more composed, kind of just sitting in each other's toe and just trying to close that gap up to the boys up front as they have a 7-second gap to P4, as nearly all of these guys have had an incident or two at some point in them opening laps.
I think Saad will get a really good run down into the final turn here.
And as someone who's raced Saad in Tennessee, he's very much a man who just loves to send down the inside. So we could see quite an outrageous dive bomb coming up in the next couple of corners.
Saad very familiar with Saad things.
Yeah, he's definitely good putting off, putting his fastest lap there. As we say, look, had a sneaky little look down the inside, ended up losing quite a bit of time.
Actually,
Saad's foot to the floor.
Justin, I believe, though, is struggling just a bit. He did go very wide out of that first corner.
Yeah, I mean, Justin struggling and Saad putting in his fastest lap of the race, which is over 4 tenths.
I think Saad might send it here.
From what Justin's putting in right now. Yeah, Saad knows he's the quicker car, and that just gives you so much confidence. Sometimes a little bit too much. Saad slotting in behind the 92 car, and I think the move is on the cards this next lap. As here they come around the final corner. This is the place to get that mighty exit. And could Saad set up the move into turn 1? Coming over for lap number 16. Saad using all the track on the outside. Much closer than he was the lap before. Is he going to go for a scent? Has a sneaky little look. Justin goes slightly wide, but Saad's a little bit too far back. Justin with a slightly iffy exit there, giving Saad the outside line, but slots in behind, goes to the switchback, trying to look for the gap wherever he can. But it's such an unusual track for making a move out of Sector 1 there. And Saad just has to wait.
Oh, who went wide? Who was that?
I'm not quite sure.
Oh,
no.
Melon made the move. Was that Adam who's gone wide there?
Adam
he's
is trying to pit.
into the pit.
That
An
pit
interesting
entry
line
is
into the pit
that
entry
pit
there.
entry
Yes.
is very small. You think Melon might want to pit the next lap?
I mean,
If
I
Melon
think
gets a
from the
better pit entry, he may go ahead of Adam.
yeah, I think what Melon's going to want to do here is put in a really strong lap, open up the gap as Adam's stuck in the box, and then just get a mighty pit exit. And I feel like this could be a pretty big moment for Arian as well, because Adam could easily get stuck in traffic.
Very
as he's
true.
just
He is dropping
slotted
down the
himself-
order.
Yeah, he's just slotted himself behind this little battle going on here.
This is really
in
going to mix things
midfield.
up here with traffic.
For sure. I mean, Adam's got to play this perfectly, but this is a huge opportunity for Melon here, really. And he's got to play it as well as he can. Let's keep an eye on him and see what he does. As Saad, rather surprisingly, he's actually looking in his real mirrors now. As Bartas catching up very quickly as Saad slowly falls off.
Be interesting to see how Adam manages the traffic. You got to think he's praying that the traffic ahead of him is going to pit sometime soon, or he may be getting held up.
I think the most comfortable driver is Arian, who has a 7-second gap behind and a 10-second gap in front. So far, a very lonely race for him. Obviously, not getting the best race start, falling behind. And right now, it's just kind of left by himself. But you can see these boys' times are really dropping off now. Presumably, that's the tires. And
I'm very impressed by Arian, though.
yeah, for sure. He's done quite a decent job. He kind of just slotted himself in. Obviously, doesn't have that much experience with AC as well. So we're considering a very good job. But I'm not surprised. He's a really good driver all round. Always been quick whenever he comes down to the Tier B races or whatever. He's quick in rental cars as well. So it's not a surprise.
Yeah. Rickfan.
It was Sad, a little mistake there.
Ooh.
And this is going to put Bartas G on the inside. Actually has a small line, has a sneaky little look. Later on the brakes, actually slows the car down there.
Yeah, that was...
Sad, but has that inside line going into the final corner. Sad obviously with a better exit, but he's still really close to the 47 car. Coming around the final corner, all it's going to take here is getting a better exit than Sad. Sad taking a very tight line. Could Bartas G get the inside line going into turn 1? Very close to Sad's car. Sad looking in his mirrors. Obviously, we know Sad wants to take some interesting defend method, but Bartas G sideways, and that's going to have lost him a lot of time. This isn't
Rickfan.
Tokyo Drift, unfortunately, and Rickfan. Eyes have lit up, flashing his lights.
That was very haram from Bartas by overslowing the car for Saad so he could keep the position.
Yeah, I feel like he could have definitely made the
Adam
corner
and
there.
E-Gamer
Definitely.
they're fighting, guys.
Ooh. Adam,
Oh.
E-Gamer being a bit of a
E-Gamer.
a different pit strategy. Going onto the grass to get back past Adam 24 must be fuming. I think Melon has E-Gamer in his payroll right now. As Adam
He
24
has to.
onto the grass on the move. These two still side by side. Consider the fact E-Gamer is on a complete different strategy and at the back of the field, while Adam 24 is currently in front of the grid runner. Finally
Arian is pitting. Where will he come out?
Let's see if Arian comes out ahead, because that could have lost Adam 24 a lot of time, realistically. But I can imagine Adam 24 is currently screaming at his computer screen right now.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
What's
Arian
important?
is in
Where is
front.
Arian
Oh,
coming
no.
out?
He's not.
No. And let's
I'm
see
not
if he
sure
has
what-
the same issue getting past E-Gamer.
I'm not sure what Max Van's plan is for his pit strategy.
Hey,
but-
Max Van's
To be in
currently
front of,
laughing people right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking at his lap times right now. Melon's really picking up the pace, doing 3.2s, right? Fastest lap so far, and he's doing them consistently. But Max Van on a league of his own, easily a 10th quicker per lap, consistently not dropping below the 3.3s. So Max Van, that practice he's been putting in is definitely working. Is that Bartas G coming into the pits there?
Yes. So Joan may up in a P4 now.
That's a clever thing to do. If you can't get past the driver, it's very much worth pitting if you're in that pit window. So you can just try and do the move in the pit lane instead. But interesting to see how that pans out for him, as there is a certain menace in the traffic. known as E-Gamer right now, who is determined to wipe out as many drivers as he possibly can.
I don't know if eGamer knows that these are even lapped cars. He may just think he's actually winning the
He's
race
just
right now.
racing everyone he can find. E-Gamer
Yeah.
thinks he's first position right now. But
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
getting the immersive experience.
He's fighting for the 2023 F1 World Championship right now.
Yeah, I mean he's running number 16, so he must be partially delusional to like keep
Yeah.
the voices inside his head.
So realistically,
so-
he's probably gonna retire
Wait,
pretty
wait,
soon
wait.
if he's running number 16.
Yeah,
Wait,
Especially in a red car.
No,
You know.
no, no.
Yeah, I mean either his
Um,
engine fails or he crashes into
You
the barrier
cannot
and starts
say that.
screaming.
No. No. You cannot say that. You walked
Saad
up,
on podium, very haram of him. Jaume and Spectre pitting at the same time.
It's interesting to see because you can miss your pit box pretty easily. I know Yao.
Yeah, and you had to reverse sometimes, and I believe he may have had just to reverse. Yeah.
Spectre make the move in the pit lane.
We will stay
that
on
small
board
mistake.
here with the
It's
pit.
an intense
Oh,
move.
Spectre might be
Damage? What's he just done?
maybe damage, maybe I don't know what Spectre is
Yeah,
doing,
it'd be
but
nice if
he
you
just
could see
didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe he took
damage.
fuel and tires. That's possible. I do believe you only had to take one or the other or both as an
Yeah.
option.
I thought it was I think it was mandatory.
It's a minute.
Fuel.
Uh,
It's usually mandatory fuel.
yes, it's either fuel or tires. You know, you could do whatever the hell you
I
want.
think it's pretty worth taking those tires an extra couple of
Definitely.
seconds, 'cause you could see them dropping off pace wise as Spectre coming just behind Justin and out. He's also a driver performing very well considering he only moved to PC very recently.
Yeah, I believe 2 weeks ago, just about.
Yeah, as a Saad matching Melon's lap times. Melon's kind of struggling with pace here. Maybe his tires fun.
Also has
Same for
traffic.
Maxman. They're both losing about 7/10 at the moment on their laps. And those two are going to have to look to pit soon.
So
as,
at the
Adam 24 is
moment,
getting in.
Adam 24 is the leading car that has pitted. Melon and Maxman have not pitted yet. Saad has not pitted yet. So it'll be
Is anyone good at
interesting.
maths?
15
plus 23 plus 5. Let's put that in a calculator.
It's 43.
43
Nice.
seconds in the pits.
Is Adam going to get a massive undercut here?
It's possible because even if Maxman does pit, he probably will be dealing with traffic when he comes out.
Yeah, let's see
And
what
those
Adam
tires will not
24
be
can
up
put
to
on
the
the
temperature
cards.
like these cars ahead.
The only thing is, Adam 24 is not showing massive pace compared to these guys. So if he does get ahead, it's definitely a nice little battle on our hands. here.
Definitely.
But these two guys at the front, still losing lap time. A Max fan 4/10 quicker than Melon. I think this is definitely Max fan's win unless he puts it in a barrier somewhere.
I mean, you know when the leader car is doing his work
Bartis.
when we cannot watch
Bartis
him.
G side by side with Spectre, and these two are fighting for position here. Bartis sneaky all down the inside, but Spectre got so much of a better exit on that racing line. But I don't think we've seen any two people go this close through the final corner. Could Bartis G make the move three-way from Lando, who hasn't actually pitted yet, into turn one? These guys are doing a massive amount of time battling here. Probably not the best decision, but I'm convinced they're having quite a nice time. So I guess trade-offs there. But gonna be interesting to see. Oh, that Spectre are massively wide, somehow keeping it on track. These MX-5s, surprisingly, drive really well when you take the grass line. It's quite impressive.
They have been called the lawnmowers of Japan. So I've been told.
I mean, we've seen a lot of drivers on the grass right now.
Yes. E-Gamer especially.
Yeah, E-Gamer knows what he's doing, man. He knows the line, right?
I honestly don't know if E-Gamer even knows he has to pit, but
No one's told him, bro. Someone needs to get in quick.
if E-Gamer doesn't pit, it's gonna be a rough day for him. Granted, this is all documented in all of our readings in the documentation. It has been reiterated at least once, not twice.
What if you can't read? Are you judging him because you can't read?
Okay, well, what about people that don't know their ABCs?
Well, damn. Don't call me out like that, man.
Ah.
You far. Oh,
Oh!
here he comes into the box.
He may be listening to the stream. He probably got the stream open.
He's like, oh,
Put a bit entry.
Ferrari strategy right here. He would not have known unless we said something. Shout out eGamer. Max fan.
I mean, at least
he's just put in a 3.044. Bro's nearly about to match his qualifying lap time right now. On one tire, 27 laps in. What a guy.
I mean,
Does he know a fueler as well?
Max Van fastest lap on the race is a 3.0, so...
Yeah, just about 2/10 off his quality time. Melon has lost a bit of time.
Yeah, Melon's really falling off it, putting in 3.3s consistently. Max Van showing a little bit of inconsistency, but 4/10 per lap. Which is quite impressive, especially in the MX-5s, where you kind of put the car on the edge of its grip slightly sideways, a better rotation. So it's very easy. As easy as these cars are to drive, it's very easy to make a little mistake.
Definitely.
And lose quite a bit, especially because they're solo powered as well. If you slide too much on exit, you lose all that time down the straight. As Adam 24, they can add a little bit of pace there. But yeah, on board with Arian. Let's see how he kind of performs here after his pit stop under traffic. As I presume these final cars are going to pit pretty soon. I'm not really sure what kind of strategy they're taking. Because if they pit late and then lose a position, they have no time to gain any of it back.
Melon did just set a 103.1. So he's almost matching Max Van's pace. And he obviously has the war crime warlord eGamer in front of him. So there's high potential he might be getting held up at this point.
Yeah, because eGamer made things...
As Melon just drives through the grass.
Taking the line. Also, thank you Defo Kai for subscribing to Prime Gaming. 11 months.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Whoa, guys.
I love all of our Twitch Prime subscribers, but that Tefo Kai guy just constantly says the N-word in chat, so it's
terrible, guys. But you know, despite that, he is a subscriber, and you know, subbing of Prime Gaming is basically free. That cost that guy basically next to nothing. He just went up.
Well, that might be a little inaccurate considering Amazon Prime is $15 a month now.
Yeah,
but basically, ignore that.
It's basically free.
Who isn't using Amazon right now? It's basically free, bro. If your granddad uses Prime, say that, granddad, can I have your Prime? Why? Because I want to subscribe to Zen Controls TV on Twitch.
Now, do you really? Do you?
7 people in the stream.
That's fine with me.
8 people. That's 8 people that could be subscribed right
now. Do we really think anyone's granddad has internet?
My granddad does. During the internet have Prime. Everyone needs Amazon. It's the new day and age.
I want to follow Melon because I want to see if he's getting menaced by...
No, he's already got him by.
I need to finish my ad segment. If by subscribing, right, that brings extra
Where's
money
my
to
cut?
us, and we can improve the racing experience we have here in Zen Controls. As right now, Rick Fan set up the server for us here, and we've moved to a proper hosting service provider. That's costing a little bit of money.
We have.
Yeah, so and this improves.
I didn't know we were just lying to our viewers like that. That's crazy.
This improves the performance of their server, and it's not free, guys. So
it's a one-time purchase. I will say though, for the people that are watching, the stream may come off as laggy, and that is mainly due to the fact that this track is horribly optimized because someone ripped it straight from iRacing. So shout out to them for piracy.
You know, I have to say, I've got the stream on my second monitor. It's not even that bad. It's
really
pretty smooth.
Okay.
There's like micro stutters, but
yeah, it's just micro stutters. But I think that may be a mix of my graphic settings that I didn't touch at all, and the track just being horribly optimized. Because
I think it looks pretty smooth.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Melon is pitting.
Yo, this is big. Let's see where he comes out in comparison to Adam 24.
Saad has not pitted yet, I don't believe.
No. But yeah. I mean, looking at F1's official quality at times, I'd say this is looking pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But this is big.
I
Oh,
think
Melon
Melon just opted
really
for
picks up
fuel.
there. Yeah, I mean, that could be pretty big, as here he is defending from a back marker here. And Adam 24, a huge amount off. Melon has obviously kind of practiced this somehow, as he's perfected his pit stop, and he's still showing pace on these old tires, taking 0 damage, and he's got himself in a pretty solid position here. And that was so fast. Max Van could easily bottle the race win right now if he messes up that pit stop.
I think it's a possibility that Max Van may be on for the choke.
Yeah, this could be pretty big for Melon. Tier A
Depending on
champion, of course.
depending
as you guys did know.
especially on traffic. He
Yeah,
does have
as here we
traffic. As
see.
you can see, there's 3 cars ahead of him.
Jaume, these guys might not even realize that's Max Fan, and while trying to get past these 3, he might put himself in a barrier. This could be pretty huge.
Oh, I can assure you, Yame knows it's fucking Max Van. He's gonna hold him up.
Yeah, anyway, Max Fan here has to play this to perfection, as I feel like we could see a little bit of trolling here.
I believe it is Vixel actually that is in front of Max
Well,
Fan.
then if it's Vixel, Max
The
Van has
2
to
worst
pit,
people for Max
no.
Fan to try and get past right now.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
I'm not sure what the rules are on blue flags.
And then, of
but-
course, and then let's add in. We have E-Gamer. Actually, that's not E-Gamer. That is actually C-Pulse. So he might be okay. I think Max Fan is pitting. He is pitting.
Let's see if he can match the pure pace
Melon
in the
just
pit
coming
lane
out of the
Melon
second to
has.
last turn.
How did
Melon.
Adam lost all of this time?
Melon showing decent pace still. Adam swapped tires compared to Melon, and he lost time trying to get past E-Gamer as well, who nearly put him into barrier.
Let's
And
see what the
here we
strat
see
here
Max
is.
Van stop.
Oh, he missed his
he
pit
does
box.
reverse. This is
He
actually
missed
massive.
his pit box.
Look at that
And
data
Melon
closing in on
coming
Melon.
out.
Melon,
Oh, Max Fan will just be just ahead.
has that gap closed down at all? Here's that.
It has,
big
but
question.
about 3 seconds. Melon has gained about 2 or 3 seconds. Granted, Melon though is still behind traffic, and Max Fan got out ahead of Bardis and Jack.
Yeah, Max Van nearly massively bottled that. But Melon definitely came off a lot better, but not as well as he would have liked.
Jack getting out of the way there.
I mean, he's just gotta do whatever Red Bull did, and just hope for a miracle.
I think Spectre and Justin might be fighting, actually. Yes.
Ooh, a sneaky little battle going on here. Spectre making the move, nice and clinically up to P9. Lots of people been trying to make moves there, but not as successful as Spectre has. As Yaume still towing Vixel around the track, as they have an 18-second gap to the next car. But Saad needing to pit soon, so we'll see whereabouts he comes out.
We need the contact Saad right now. I don't know. Hopefully Saad does pit. Maybe he's planning on.
Should I send him a sneaky DM?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if Saad knows he needs to pit or if he he doesn't.
You have to pit, Saad.
I don't know
If
if he
not,
does or not.
Pit mate soon. Pit really quick. Don't change tires. Only if you
Just take fuel. Melon.
Sad's gonna move because all the boys back here swap tires.
I think Saad is pretty much the only one that has not pitted yet.
Yeah, for sure. As I'm gonna have to leave you guys in the commentary box in a minute's time. Unfortunately,
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
the commentating level is about to drastically decrease. I'm sorry, Jack.
Look, it's gonna happen. All right, it's life. What are we gonna do
It's
about
life.
it? It's life.
What we're gonna do?
Yeah.
As Malin keeping up with Max Fan, but Max Fan ultimately has that pace, and there's just nothing to do about it.
I mean, it's looked like Max Fan's race pretty much from the start. I think I think the next race may have quite the shakeup in terms of just everything. I think
Yeah,
I think we I
where
think
is the next round after this? I'm sneaking a look here.
the next round
We're
is
going to
at
Fuji,
Fuji.
another track of Japan in the 1991 F1 cars, which I've driven, and they're actually incredibly fun to drive. That's May the 14th. So if you are available on that date, get yourself registered. It's definitely a good bit of fun. And if you're more of an F1 kind of guy, that's where to be. And you can get yourself set up with some championship points. Going to
Oh,
round 4. This is Mini Le Mans, but who's that who spun?
it's
No!
Arion. I believe him and Vixel may have made contact. I'm not quite sure what happened. I
Ouch.
did notice on the timing tables that both their names were red, which means they may have made contact, and that just lost Arion, I believe, at least one position. I think Joame was still P5.
Damn.
Vixel just committing
Big
mass
man.
murder.
Killing Big Man. Watch him get timed out. Vixel's just going to
Oh,
disappear
it's
from the
a
face of the planet.
yeah. We'll
Vixel's going to be
see. We'll
gone.
see you.
Leave
Have a
Vixel.
good vacation, Vixel. It was a good run.
Yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave you
Melon
guys in the
though
blocks.
is gaining.
I'm off,
All right.
boys.
Thank you, Kai, for
Let
joining
me know how
us.
Melon goes. Nice
We
stream.
will. We will. Thank you.
Don't spin, Max fan.
Don't spin.
Bye, guy. Hello. Newman is here. Antonio is here, or whatever you want to call me. The spinner, the Leclerc fan, whatever. Yeah, Melon has closed in on Max fan. As we see, he was 3.4 last time I checked, and now he's 2.7.
Max Finn may be dealing with a bit of traffic. Actually, he does have Justin NL ahead of him. There's only 5 minutes left in this race. I believe somebody just drove in the grass. I believe it was the E-Gamer? And there he is. I heard tires in the grass and I was just confused. Oh no. Sweet. Head back on over to Melon.
I'm doing some soundboard things, but you cannot hear them on stream. I don't know why. But it's okay. You cannot hear them, and maybe you put them off.
Look, I have no concern. No concern. I can take it home. I can take the stream home. Melon with a 3.1,
Actually,
losing a bit of time to the cars
Max
ahead.
Fun, 3.145.
0.145.
144.
Wow. And Max
One
Finn is
millisecond.
dealing with a bit of traffic. Justin does get out of the way as we head down to the second to last corner. I do believe all the corner names are in Japanese, so I don't know how to pronounce them.
Me neither.
Shout out me neither, Medard, our dear friend. He was recently diagnosed with autism, and I mean, we all knew this was coming. So, Melon, it might be too late for Melon. Only about 3.5 minutes left in the race. Vixel may get a stern talking to by Arion after the race. I'm not sure what happened, if they made contact or if Arion actually made a mistake, which I don't believe he physically can. Max Fan channeling his inner 787B with that livery. Melon has gained about a 10th on him. I'm not sure if he's dealing with traffic. I think he does have Justin in front of him, but not enough to affect any of his times. Melon will get a bit of a slipstream here. I'm not sure if Justin plans on getting out of the way. Melon is
I don't think so.
very... I mean, you got to think if you're Melon, you can see Max Fan, but Max Fan B has basically had a perfect race. Melon's about a 10th slower than Max Fan at the moment. Not many battles going on.
Yeah, it's pretty much done. 1 minute 57 seconds to go. Max Fan is in a comfortable lead, and yeah, Melon is in P2 as Justin gets out of the way quite nicely. And yeah, Melon can definitely see Max Fan, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think so either. I do have to say this is
And
quite the statement from Max Van, who fought with Adam 24 at Bathurst last time around.
the only
Adam
fight
not
I
having
can
quite the
see,
best race.
yeah, the only fight I can see on track is Adam against Saad, because Adam in the last laps has been gaining quite a lot on him.
I also don't believe Saad has pitted.
Then
So I'm not sure what we're gonna do about that. I think Saad may be a preliminary P14. He'll still get 1 point, but you hate to see it. I do know that eGamer was listening to the stream after we began speaking about him not pitting, but I don't. Maybe Saad doesn't speak native English well enough. Who knows?
I mean, look at his tires. I don't know.
Wait, Melon has gained a bit of time actually. Vixel, excuse me, not Vixel. Spectre is holding a Max Fan up.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
you can see.
Yeah, you can see Melon is gaining a bit of time. We will
Yeah,
have
but
one more
50
lap
seconds
after
to go.
this, and Spectre does get out of the way.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, he does get out of the
Yeah.
way. He definitely got out of the way. As we'll be heading around for the last lap of the race. Spectre with a little bit of a cheeky racing. Melon did gain 2/10 on Max in that lap. But we are on to the final lap of the race finally. Adam 24 actually might get ahead of Saad here.
The last corner. Sad on the outside.
Oh, whoa! They make contact, and Saad keeps it straight.
Oh my god, Adam stays
Saad
behind.
fighting for
Around the
pride
outside.
here.
Now with the different lines, and is still behind. Adam tries to go on the outside. Still there, and now becomes the inside. He launches it there, and he does the move. But Sad is still there as we follow Max Fan towards the line. I'm not sure it's the last lap, but he goes on
I believe it is
to win.
the last lap. I'm not quite sure. I
I
don't
don't think it's the
know.
last lap.
I don't believe it is
I
the
don't
last
think
lap. I think it actually is 0 and then one more lap. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, Max Van setting a 2.9 in race
Wow.
pace. Well, I think Saad is behind Adam. Adam did get the position. I believe these two may be fighting the two nuclear warheads of eGamer and Bartis. Max Van heading into the second to last corner for the final time as we head down the back straight. Melon in the distance, only 3 seconds behind, but not quite enough. Max Van will come around the final corner of Tsukuba. And Max Van will win the 45 minutes of Tsukuba. Dominating race. Melon will come in P2. Adam coming out of the second to last corner. Spectre and Justin were lapped cars, so they did finish their lap and their race already. I believe we may have some stern talking to during these post-race interactions, must we call them. As Adam comes across the line with a P3 podium, another podium, Saad P4, but I don't believe he pitted, and that may send him to the back of the field. Joame P5 possibly could have gone a bit higher depending on how traffic goes. I believe Joame will finish P4 though. As he comes across the line, the Dutchman with Vixel also
Oh,
behind him.
oh.
Oh, and E Gamer. Actually, excuse me, that was C Pulse. And I believe everyone has crossed the line.
Yeah,
Max
this is
Fan
done.
with a dominating win as they drive next to each other. A relatively clean race, pending Vixel committing uh, a mass murder. But it
Yeah,
is
I mean,
it is
it could
done,
have been way worse.
and they are piling up now, as we
Some
see
contacts.
as
Oh my
Maxman
god.
gets sent into the wall. Some very unhappy people as we see the Tier 8 Season 2 champion parking it up.
Beautiful livery.
Beautiful livery.
Best livery of today.
Oh yeah, yeah. As we're just head over here. I think we may possibly have a few people that might want to come in, have a little talk, a little interview. I would love for Arion to come in here. I want to know what happened between him and Vixel.
I told if they want to get interviewed, they can.
If
And
they
I think people.
we do have quite a few people. We're gonna bring in Arion here first. Now, Arion, how do you feel about your race today?
Okay, so here's the deal, right? I didn't know that tire wear was like nothing, so I thought I had to change my tires, and then I ended up losing so much time.
Oh.
Hmm.
And then I caught back up to like those guys like who were just behind me in the train,
Yeah.
and well, I went for a move on weeks. I kind of misjudged it a bit, and then
So it was your
you
fault.
guys. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was my fault.
Okay,
You guys
because the
kind of
whole
like
race I blamed it on Vixel because I did not actually see what happened. So I blamed it on him the whole time.
yeah, it was Weeks' fault. It was Weeks' fault.
Don't worry,
Okay,
guys.
okay.
Like Arian was just emulating his idol Thomas Vink, so it's fine.
Chill out, chill out.
Shout out Thomas Fink. Do you have any
Shout
other
out Thomas
do you
Vink.
have any other final words, Arion, about this race? Thoughts, opinions?
Is Saad gonna get disqualified for the no boxing?
I think Saad will give him a P14 finish considering he did that on a controller. But yeah, it's very unfortunate that Saad did not pit. It is in the documentation that you have to do one mandatory pit stop. So, um, yeah, I
Well, it
think
is what
that's
it is,
it.
I guess.
It is what it is. I think now we'll bring in the. I'll try to bring in somebody as they change every channel every second. I think now we'll bring in the race winner, Max Fan. Um,
Fun, fun.
it seemed like a bit of a Sunday drive for you.
It wasn't really. I was pretty much pushing on all the time. I mean, especially in the last two laps, just to get the fastest lap.
Was your pit strategy just to take fuel, basically? I saw you also may have missed your pit box a bit.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
And I was
were you shitting yourself when you did that?
and I was like, oh, oops. But thankfully, I didn't lose the lead thanks to
No, no,
Saad's favor. I was like, oops.
not much of a reaction.
Have to go into reverse.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you would have done a worse pit stop, so we could have had a closer battle. But you had a pretty dominant race, considering it's quite the comeback from Bathurst, where you, um, I don't want to say bottled the race, but it wasn't your best race.
Yeah, certainly it
And
wasn't.
now we go into Fuji with F1 1991 cars. How are you feeling about that race coming up?
I mean, considering that these cars they are probably quite hard to drive, given that there is probably some turbo lag in them. I mean, I am quite waiting for that. I'm quite excited to drive them.
Well, dominant race once again. We're gonna have to bring in Vixel in here, unfortunately, because
Yeah, we don't like Vink.
we didn't know what happened to Vixel. All right, Vixel. What's going on, man? What happened with your race? Let's.
Didn't actually want an interview. Everyone was just talking in the waiting room, so.
Oh well, Vixel. I did want to talk to you about one moment you may have had with eGamer. Um, on the back straight, you may have just sent him into the wall. Do you want to talk about that?
No, not really.
Okay.
It's
Well,
me, guys.
all right. We'll bring in Joame. Antonio, would you like to speak to Joame?
Yes, hello,
Yo.
Joame. The guy finishing in P5 on track, but I think he will finish P4 because of Saad. He didn't pit. He
Yeah,
forgot.
one position away from the podium again.
Yeah,
Again.
it's still okay. You get pretty good points, and yeah, talk us about your race. How was it?
On the start, I was like door to door with Spectre for like 2 sectors. That was
Mhm.
pretty epic.
You guys
And
fought pretty long.
yeah, then that was the first like 15 minutes maybe. Then I gapped him, and after the pit stops, I didn't change tires, so I gained a lot of time
Mhm.
against like Arion. He changed tires, and yeah, in the end I was fighting with Seeples, even though he was a lap behind. We told him like the first time he was like parking on the side of the track,
Mhm.
and in lobby one we were saying like why would you do that?
That
And
was
from
very
then on
interesting.
he didn't let anyone pass. So I mean it was more fun because I was stuck behind him for like 15 laps at least, and then I finally overtook him.
Oh my god.
Another P4 finish. Are you feeling any nervousness about the next race at Fuji?
I don't know,
You
not
don't know?
really.
Not really. You're just built different. Thank you for your air horns. We'll have to head over to the T-Ray Season 2 champion, probably Season 3 champion as well, as
Oh no,
we
fuck that!
bring Melon in.
No.
No, wait. I don't agree by the fact he's gonna beat the Season 3
I
champion.
agree. I agree
Uh,
with that.
No, no, no.
uh,
Okay, can we continue now?
yes.
Yeah.
We're just
Good,
gonna we're
good
just,
interview. Good interview.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
what was your pit strategy? Just like take minimal fuel and dip out?
I mean, I started with 39 laps and I just added 2 liters of fuel and that's it.
All right. I mean, yeah, I did notice you came in and out of the pits pretty quick, so
Yeah.
you
But
you got you almost got Max fan.
almost, but I lost so much time at the start because I was being held up behind Adam
Hmm.
and I couldn't do anything about it.
I don't know if you were aware, but Maxman actually missed his pit box in his pit stop. So you guys were much closer than you should have been coming out. You also got a bit of traffic after your pit, so
Yeah.
Maxman basically had none. Um,
It was a good race though, good race.
it was a very good race, lots of murders. Pretty clean overall. I'm very unfortunate for Saad that he didn't pit. Um, how are you feeling going into Fuji? You have a pretty good track record on F1 cars, but this might be a bit
I
different.
I mean, I kind of already know how to drive the 91 cars and hopefully it
Oh,
will go well.
we have fucking Ayrton Senna here. All right, I believe that is all we needed. Thank you everybody for the whoever I don't know who showed up or who watched it, but thank you for watching. Make sure to use your Amazon Prime. Uh, it gives me money. That's what I want. Uh, the next race will be May 14th at Fuji F1 1991. Thank you to my colleague, Cumshot Newman, for joining me
no,
today. And
yes,
we will see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you.
and mostly thanks to Henry for doing all of this work, a lot of work, and yeah, guys, you should thank him mostly.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, everybody. We will see you soon.